Okay, hello everyone. Good day. So we are already done discussing this one. For continuation, still on chapter 3, sustainable development. So we discussed about the principles of sustainable development. We have at least three principle. Number one, primacy of developing full human potential. Because as I said, sustainable development, dili lang siya storya about the environment, but also many aspects in life that we need to consider, especially as human resources. We are still a resource, okay? So we need to develop up to our best version, to our full potential. Next is holistic science and appropriate technology. So given nga you are already equipped with enough knowledge, awareness regarding our um, environment, our country, and so on and so forth, you also need to use these sciences, kani nga mga theories, kani mga knowledge, and partner it with appropriate technologies in order for you to use it for the greater good. Let's say, for example, si Elon Musk, si Tesla, so he has enough resources, na po siya enough brain to think of a very sustainable car, which is the Tesla, katong electric powered na car itself. So holistic science and appropriate technology. Next would be cultural, moral, and spiritual sensitivity. So you as a sustainably developed nga human being, you should be culturally rich, morally rich, and spiritually sensitive. Because again, we are very diverse. We have different beliefs, we have practices, and cultural diversity, especially in Asia, is very rich. Daghan kita lahi nga culture. And hopefully, you as a person would be kanabitang considerate, very sensitive when it comes to respecting each other's culture. Next would be self-determination. So the more determined you are to achieve sustainable development, especially in yourself and in the country, the more nga mas ma-achieve nimo imong goal. So we need to be consistent in this determination. You need to do self-motivation nga makaya lagi nato ni ma-achieve lagi nato ang sustainable nga development. Next would be national sovereignty. So this one, the government should take the lead, okay, when it comes to protecting not just our people, but also the environment, the country itself. So they should ensure there is security, there is enough for all the people. Everyone should be um kana bitawng maapod mahatagan gyud og fair nga mga rations, fair nga access to all of our resources, whether it is natural or whether it is uh yeah, human and so on and so forth. So there should be unity when it comes to again patriotism when it comes to sustainable development in our country. Next would be gender sensitivity. Again, you need to be when you are a holistic person, you need to be gender sensitive. Given nga mas daghan atong gender karon, not just men and women, not just pink and blue, but daghan na kitang colors. So hopefully you'll learn to accept nga things really do change. The only constant thing in the world is change, and yes, even our genders also do that. Okay, my cat. Hi, darkness. So next would be peace, order, and national unity. So it's still under national sovereignty. So there should be peace and order um in our country. That's when you'll know nga okay, sustainable gid ang atoang um ang atoang country, ang atoang nation itself. Darkness. Hi. Hi. So let's continue. Next would be pesticide, social justice, intergenerational, and spatial equity. Again, um, there should be kanabitang justices, equity when it comes to cohesion, when it comes to harmony. Again, distribution of resources yun ang number one nga focus ani, in which everyone should have equal access to all of the resources that we have. At the same time, be considerate, especially for our future generations when it comes to extracting our resources. Ninth would be participatory democracy. Everyone has the right to participate. Everyone has the right to decline. But hopefully, again, we'll achieve consensus, unity in which we are going to achieve our goal, which is to get sustainable development in our country. So participatory democracy, as long as you should do your part as a citizen of our nation to in which we need to achieve a certain goal that is through working together, okay, to achieve sustainable development. 10th would be institutional viability. So all the institutions would also work together hand in hand in order to achieve a common goal. Again, we are still under one country, one administration, so in which all the institutions na present should take part, okay, take part in this initiative. 11th would be viable, sound, and broad-based economic development. So if possible, again, um, there is a very good nga economic development ang ato ang um economic benefits should be equitably shared not just on ages, communities, genders, that there should be no discrimination when it comes to classes and so on and so forth. And also again, everyone should have enough nga opportunity with regards to economic development. Dapat tanan kay na ay fair, okay, fair nga access to all of those opportunities, especially in our economy. So at the same time, the more we grow as an economy, the more also our people will be uplifted. 12 would be sustainable population. So the population plays a big part when it comes to sustainable development, especially in the country, given nga, again, we have very limited resources and unlimited na itong number sa population. My God, grabe na jud ang ato ang pag-multiply. Kitinuod yun di ay ang go to the world and multiply ni Jesus nga statement, di ba? Ni Jesus ba to or ni God? So, disclaimer, I'm a Catholic, so kamo na lang sabot, pasensya, dili kay ko kuan kaayo. So, yeah. So naglibog ra ko kinsa nag-ingon ato ha. So probably si Jesus, probably si God. So correct me if I'm wrong. So again, sustainable population plays a big part when it comes to distributing our resources. Given nga again limited ra to ang carrying capacity sa nature, dili na maapod tanan. Hopefully, nature won't be overexploited again. Okay, in a minute. Say hi. Hi, Doctor. Hi. Say hi. Hindi ako maglaro. Hi. Doctor. Doctor, hi. Hi. Hindi ako mag-hi. Say hi. Say hi. 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 Hi, Doctor. Hi. Ako mag-hi. Okay, so that's for sustainable population. So again, hopefully nga ma gaano ka attention ang ato ang uncontrollable na karon nga population kay maraglisod na kay siya i-control and um we are kanang daghan na kay ta diri sa Philippines di na murag maapod sa to land area. So let's continue. So we have ecological soundness. So again, recognizing nature as our common heritage. So we as a person should appreciate nga dili nobody owns the environment itself aside from herself, okay? So nature doesn't belong to no one. And again, ato siyang kauban when it comes to our development, when it comes to progress, especially not just in the current nga situation, but also in the future. So hopefully, we'll take care of Mother Nature carefully as early as now. So biographical equity and community-based resource management, I already discussed this one. Again, mas gina-focus tong areas nga mas prone to disaster, like flood based on sa katong inyong role play, di ba? Aptikay mo. So with that, that is a very good example for biographical equity. Again, it seems unfair, but it is actually not. Actually, mas luoy gay sila, mas unfair sila nga part nga no dadto sila gibutang. I mean, that's their choice, but still magsinabtanay lang gyapon ta. Hopefully wala bitaw magkuan nga lang ano mas daghan ilahang kuan dat ilahang relief goods compared diri. Di ba unya diri kay walay baha dito kay grabe ang baha. Imagine let's just be kuan diri mean when it comes to our thinking, okay? Luoy pod baya sila dili pod lalim ilang ginaagian. So hopefully mosabot gyud mo when it comes to mas i-priority ang some areas. Again, mas luoy sila situation compared to you. Mas blessed gani ka given nga wala ka ato nga situation. So don't pray for the worst, okay? Pray for everyone's safety and pray for the best of our country. When it comes to natural disasters nga di gyud kakapunggan and controllable. Lastly, global cooperation. Again, all of the countries should cooperate, especially those under UN because this is their initiative. They have sustainable development na goals. So pila for after 15 years probably. So all of the countries should cooperate kay dili ra man gud ni makaya sa isa ka country. Philippines alone dili na niya makaya. Imagine what if Philippines kay gamay ra kay ang carbon nga gina-produce yearly compared to bigger nga mga countries. So again, this is a global initiative. It should be a global initiative. Countries should work together to achieve this one, to have to see a greater change or to achieve the greater goal. So that's it for the conclusion. Again, sustainable development is a relevant concept in the process of socio-economic and political growth in the modern society because it doesn't just discuss on the nature itself but every aspects of sustainable development. Ma-shoot yun siya. Okay? Kay kuan manggod again ato yung murag source pinaka basic yun nato nga source sa ato ang mga activities is nature. So once gani nga matarog si nature, matarog tanan ng other aspects, okay? So as you can see tungod sa war, di ba? Tungod rang kay kuan na nag-war, gi-stop ang oil nga pag-distribution, so datandog din tanan. Dili lang dai sila ang naapektuhan but all over the world ang naapektuhan when it comes to that. Na nitaas ang inflation, nagkagubot og sabot. So daghan din kay lain nga mga aspects nga ni natandog. Due to that scenario, daghan na din kay lain nga ni taas apil nga to ang mga prices ato ang groceries. Okay. So that is the cause of inflation. So we have Trinitarian approach to development. So the key actors are not only coming from the government, katong Trinitarian, katong government, um, civil society and businesses. Okay, so they should again work together to reach development. Trinitarian, kato yung tulo key actors ang pinaka importante sa tanan. So the idea of sustainable development and the different programs and principles under the Agenda 21 is not an instant magic formula. Mo ginang ato ang conclusion, dili gyud siya magic diretso nga ma-achieve. Okay? So wala gyud magic especially when it comes to progress. Progress is slow. So I gyud expect nga diretso din ang iyahang result. So it takes time. Actually, pila na ni ka years nga initiative, medyo kuan gyapon siya, medyo effective man siya actually kaning mga SDGs, Agenda 21. But the problem is mas greater lang gyud ang atong consumption, mas nigara. Let's say for example, ang tanan nga UN nations kay grabe ang paningkamot og save sa sa environment but the other nga mga countries nga dili wala apil dili apil mas nigara na noon sila. So something like that. So lisod gyapon jud kayo kung dili tanan kay in the same boat, okay? So I guess that's it. Thank you everyone. So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. We'll continue our discussion for the next one in the next session.